Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and all those in between, welcome to Last Comic Standing. All right. Not again. All right. Coming here live from Matthews Hall, thank you very much to Boiler TV for recording this. 16 comics are going to enter, 1 will leave. Now, you guys, the audience, will be the judge of that. All right, how are we going to do it? We're going to bring 2 comics out. They're going to each perform a 2-minute set, and then afterwards we'll bring them both out here, and I'll have you cheer for whichever one that you like best. So let's get started with our first matchup. Come on out, guys. We have Avery Schaefer against Jacob Stout. All right, so Jacob will be going first. Good luck, everybody.
How's it going, guys? It's great to be here. Thank you for coming out. Everybody give it up for Josh. Great host. Josh told me I was going to be opening tonight, and I told him to suck my dick, and now I'm here. I don't know what everybody else has planned for tonight, but I've got a little treat for you guys. I have a great one-liner lined up for every set that I move forward. So if you like what you hear and you want to hear another one, vote for me to move on. My first one is I was dating this girl who's really into Jesus, and it wasn't a problem until he stopped mowing the lawn and started fucking her. So vote for me to move on, guys. I've got 3 more just like that. My mom caught me watching porn once. I was a very horny 8-year-old. And she told me, Jacob, porn objectifies women. And that scared the crap out of me, because I thought that objectifying was when you stuff a dead animal. Like, right, turning a living thing into an object. Objectification. I was a very stupid 8-year-old. But it all made sense now, right? That's why he had his fist up her ass. I didn't want to contribute to human taxidermy, so I was a very progressive 8-year-old. So I thought about it. I thought porn objectifies women. I'll just watch gay porn. Which is like the straightest thing I could have said in that scenario. I loved women so much that I only jerked off to man-ass for 8 years. So I was thrilled when I found out what objectification really is. Because, like, compared to stuffing dead women, I'll take it's a little degrading. My conscience is clear. I don't even think porn really means porn anymore. Like, porn used to mean sex, and now porn is just, like, cool pictures. Like, my mom looks at cool pictures of food on Instagram. It's food porn. My dad looks at cool cars, car porn. But when I go on Reddit and talk about my child porn, all of a sudden there's a problem. All right. It's like officer knocks on my door. Sir, what's on that hard drive? It's just cool pictures of kids, man. I don't see the problem. I've got a camera back there if you want to shoot some porn. You guys have been great. I'm Jacob Stout. Everybody give it up.
All right, and up next, his opponent, Avery Schaefer.
Thank you. I want to start off by saying I'm not like Jacob Stout. I will not be bribing you with promises of comedy later on in the future to get your vote. I am an honest comedian, but if you do vote for me, I have a surprise for you next week. But I'd like to start off today with a bit of a serious topic. The war in Ukraine is sadly still a thing, and as many of you probably know, the EU and NATO have tried to stop it by issuing various economic sanctions against Russia. Putin, however, keeps insisting that they're not working, but they don't have Chipotle anymore. So you tell me who's really losing. But I have an idea. That I guarantee will end the war immediately. Instead of issuing economic sanctions, we issue ergonomic sanctions. We get rid of all the backs on all their chairs. Just leave them with a bunch of fucking stools. Then we'll really see just how long Putin can sit on this war. After all, you gotta hit him where it really hurts. Their lower back. Now on to something completely different. Did you guys know that in the Bible, Jesus was actually a carpenter? That's not a punchline. But it did blow my fucking mind when I heard that. But in retrospect, it really shouldn't have. It should have. After all, I should have known that Jesus would have been a fantastic carpenter. I mean, he always had 2 nails at the ready. What if cars had human names? Like the Ford Damien? The Buick Gerald? I imagine if this was a thing, car companies would start using celebrities' names for tie-ins with their car brands. Like the Porsche Paul Walker. Or the Volkswagen Kanye. I heard he's a huge fan of their old stuff. And of course, you'd also have the Andrew Tate edition of the Big White Van. But that's pretty obvious. Then that got me thinking, what would the car launch presentations for these new cars be? Would it just be like, we Honda are proud to announce our brand new SUV, the Honda Kim Kardashian. Newly expanded with more space in the trunk. And that's all from me. Vote for me. Thank you.
All right, who's ready to vote? Come on, let's try it again. Who's ready to vote? There we go. All right, let's bring these 2 knuckleheads back on stage, please. All right. So, votes for Avery. All right. Votes for Jacob. I don't know, that one's pretty close. Spotlight, what do you think? You get? All right, the upset. We're gonna give it to Avery. All right. Oh, that was cold. Damn. All right. Well, let's bring it out for our next matchup. All right, so first, coming in from Phoenix, Arizona, give it up to the sandiest man I've ever seen, Aiden Davis. And his opponent. Next up is a man who I assume will be my stepfather one day. It's Will Roush. All right, give it up for these 2. All right, so Aiden is first in lineup, so he will be going first. Good luck, guys.
This light. Construction.
So, are you going to the,
What's the shit with deals, am I right?
Get off this. All right, off the stage. Will, all right, there we go.
You can't fucking get rid of me that easy. I'm inevitable. When I was in high school, the same guy that taught us driver's ed also taught us sex ed, which is kind of weird because he wasn't very qualified for either. He wore inch-thick glasses and weighed 300 pounds. He couldn't see the road or his own penis. Yet somehow he was the authority on both of them, you know? That's like asking Wile E. Coyote how to catch the Roadrunner. He's been trying for 20 seasons. He doesn't fucking know. He had a lot of really good advice for us, though. Like one time he told us that herpes is like a DUI. It's going to be on your record forever. You know? He also told us that chlamydia is more like a parking ticket. It's just kind of a reminder to be more careful next time. He also told us one time, actually I didn't know this, Viagra was apparently a blood pressure medication. Imagine going to the doctor because you faint when you stand up and walking out of the doctor like, this is not what I had in mind. And then you faint. But don't worry, your dick's still hard. Thank you guys.
All right, let's get these two back out here. Who's ready to vote? He's okay. Now, all right, votes for Aiden. All right. Calm down, man. All right, and votes for Will. All right. I gotta give that. Relax, guys. Jeez. I'm gonna give that one to Will Roush. All right. Let's get the next two come on stage. First, the rap fucker who came on the stage early, E.J. Grundler. And his opponent, the M in her name stands for mighty, I think. It's Madison Wells. All right. EJ is up first in the bracket, so he will go first. Good luck, you two.
So I was getting my shots last week, my immunizations, and the lady giving me my shots asked me, "Do you have any questions before I inject you?" Which is a stupid question. Nobody who's getting their shots in the frozen food section of a CVS has any right to ask any questions about anything. But I'm an asshole, so I asked her some questions. Yeah, which one's your favorite? What's this one taste like? And I bet they started doing that for all the vaccine specialists from the Tucker Carlson School of Medicine. All those real know-hells, you know? And those same people, those are mostly the same people who told us growing up, don't believe everything you read on the internet. And it's incredible watching them believe everything they read on the internet. Like my dad, like every 2 weeks he'll send me some inane link from like a website that like it gives your computer herpes and then it gives you herpes. And it's always some new shit about the scamdemic, that's what they call it, the 2020 pandemic. I'm gonna be honest, what we're all thinking, that'd be a great band name. Yeah, it's just always some new information. My dad, he's deep into the conspiracy theories, but like the basic ones, you know, like chemtrails are mind control or Democrats eat babies. The huge. But he's not a blind follower. Like one time he said to me, I don't believe in him, but those flat earthers make some good points. Good to know, Dad. You've never been one to be deceived. My favorite conspiracy theory, it's got to be the shadow government. because I think if they were real, they'd be really pissed off. Like, we worked so hard, and we're stuck with the name shadow government. That sounds like a deviant artsy. That sounds like the villain of a YA dystopia novel. But that's why they keep on locking up Greta Thunberg, right? Because you know those governments are always brought down by teenage girls in a love triangle? So if you get them trapped in a women's prison, you can't meet up with the boys. But then you have a lesbian love triangle, and that's even more powerful. That's all I got. Thank you very much.
All right. Up next, his opponent, Madison Wells.
So listen, I don't want to be like one of those unscrupulous motherfuckers bribing the audience to get more votes, but I'm just saying, if you don't vote for me, you're sexist. And since I'm also gay, you're also homophobic. So I have some pretty good ammunition here. Just gonna take a quick poll here. Who here feels like they spend more time wiping piss off of toilet seats than they do actually pissing? All right, yeah, solid. But let me just say, I'm not sure who does it more, men or women, because trust me, living with my family, I'm just wiping piss off of everything, but it's even worse in public restrooms. Let me tell you, at least men have an excuse. It's not necessarily easy when you aren't a sharpshooter, or when you have a boner because you're on Viagra. Your wife insists on it, but it's making things quite a bit messy on the porcelain throne. Let me just say, women don't really have an excuse. I mean, pretty much you just sit down, there's nowhere else for it to go, and it still fucking ends up on the toilet seat. I've spent probably about a third of my life wrapping my hand in toilet paper just so I can sit down because I don't have the fucking core strength to hover, bruh. I'm just saying. But yeah, let me just say, it's even worse when you go to a public restroom in a place like New Orleans where I happen to spend my winter break. See, I walked into that public restroom and immediately noticed two things. One, the only disease I was concerned about catching in there was tetanus. And the other was that there were no locks on any of the bathroom stall doors. Let me just say, okay, so like, you know when you have a handful of pennies and there's this one green one? That's kind of what the entirety of the fucking thing looked like. I'm just saying, it was the Statue of Liberty up in there. And I wasn't trying to be an immigrant, all right? I was trying to run as far away from that shit as possible. But when I walked out, I saw my stepdad standing there. I was like, you abandoned your piss mission too? He was like, yeah, I just got flirted with by a homeless guy washing his pits in the basin. And I'm just saying, I don't know what's up with people trying to rizz up my stepdad in random public restrooms, but it's happened twice, both in New Orleans. Yeah, we love it when we just walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden there's just this random hobo, and he's just like, hey, sweetie, what you doing in here? And you just immediately turn and walk out like, nah, I'm not trying to do any of that shit. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, as usual, let's get these two knuckleheads back on stage. Wow, that was interesting. Saving it up, are we? All right, so up first, cheers for EJ. All right, put it away, EJ, put it away. No sex on my stage. All right, let's hear it from Madison. All right. I think I got to give that one to EJ. Good job, guys. All right, up next, wreaking havoc on her way to med school, it's Kelsey Lavin. All right, and her opponent. Give it up for PSUCC's international correspondent with a license to kill on stage. It's Pranav. All right. Pranav is first in the bracket, so he's going to go first. Good luck, you two.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? Cool. Time is short, so let's get on with this. How many of you guys like California? It's a beautiful state. Sunny beaches, bright skies, amazing food, and obviously the best part, no guns. But I mean, considering that the fact that you guys are watching a PSUCC show on a Friday night, you all don't have money. And you obviously can't afford California, so I got a better option for you. May I present Bangalore, India? Now, Bangalore is quite similar to the Bay Area. It just has fewer Indians, and it's still basically a tech hub. Now, as you're driving through the city, you'll feel like you're moving a lot more, you know? The car is shaking a lot more. And that's because the roads are shit. Now, why the roads shit? Well, let me put it this way. Bangalore roads are like a pubescent teen's face. A lot of bumps on the faces, but sadness on the inside. And obviously, these roads are pretty bad on their own. But there is a greater danger. There is the cow. These cows are no ordinary cows. They are giga cows. They are chads. These are cows who have progressed in life. They are the Jeff Bezos of cows. They're the Elon Musk of cows. This cow will walk across the street. Hundreds of cars have stopped for it. They will walk across the street, look you in your eyes, continuous eye contact, and proceed to drop the biggest shit you've seen in your life. That cow will not break eye contact while it's dropping that shit on you. And then it just sits there. Hundreds of cars try to move around this cow for hours on end. Nobody gets anywhere, you may think. There is one savior. There is the auto rickshaw. For those of you who don't know, an auto rickshaw is like a tricycle. Just a little bigger, with like a piece of plastic on top. That's to protect you from the rain, obviously. And that doesn't run on an engine. It doesn't run on gas. It runs on methane. Now, for those of you who are experts in chemistry, you might know that you make methane from cow shit. That cow, that shat 100 meters behind, is powering this city. You think that's 15 horsepower? That's 15 cow power. The autos have taken their greatest enemy's greatest strength and turned it into their weakness. That cow shit powers my city, and it will power your city in the future. Forget EVs, forget fusion energy, all that crap. No. Cow is the future. Now, obviously, I'm shitting on my city, you know, I'm just dunking on them. But you know the funny part, and it's gonna get real, but it doesn't matter how bad the potholes are or how shitty the roads are. Tech companies from across the world will fly across the oceans, ride through the shitty roads, swim through the cow dung, just to give us your tech jobs. That's been my time, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. And now, his opponent, Kelsey Levin.
Hey y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a family woman, like my family. I have some Greek roots, and so because of that, I am a classics minor. Really enjoy classical studies. If you don't know what that is, it's like Greek and Roman literature. And one thing that I learned in my sexuality Roman literature class last semester is that Roman people were into some really weird shit. They were. The Roman people had this thing called symposium, which if you didn't know what that was, it was like a restaurant setting. They would all sit in a room and get naked and order food and wine, and then they would jerk off. And that got me thinking there's a lot of, opportunities for that in 21st century America. Like there should be a restaurant where, waiter's taking your order and she's like, all right, so I got you down for the cheesy chicken salad. We got a side of the guacamole. And then also you ordered for dessert, you have a cream pie, bukkake. And then you wanted extra semen with that, correct? I also think that there is a really big opportunity here at Purdue. I really want to pledge this class. Porn throughout history. Chapter 1, Unit 1. Jesus was a carpet muncher. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, more like Father, Son, the clitoris. You know what I mean? Let's just say Moses wasn't just going down to Egypt to free the slaves. It's okay, I'm Jewish. I also think about like archaic times with the first humans. Like, what did they do for porn? It was like little old Neanderthal child drawn on the wall, little stick figures humping each other. His mom walks in, she goes, "Blah, blah." He turns. "Blah." Very scary, very scary. Reminds me a lot of how growing up, I didn't know what a penis looked like. I didn't watch porn. I still have never watched porn. And so as a result, I thought a penis looked like the end of a broomstick until the 7th grade. Health class was a very weird time. Anyways, y'all have been great. My name's Kelsey. If you want to see more of me, vote me on.
All right, let's get these two knuckleheads back out here. All right, who's ready to vote? All right, let's hear cheers for Pranav. Okay. All right, and cheers for Kelsey. I don't know. Spotlight, who do you give that one to?
Right.
All right, Kelsey wins. All right, good job, you two. All right. Up next, let's hear our next matchup. Settle down, relax. I know you're excited. Okay. All right, up first is the only guy in PSUCC that shows that we can actually know how to dress. It's Jacob Lowe. Come on, guys. There we go. And his opponent has her picture next to short and full of rage in the dictionary. It's Caitlin Wilson. All right. Now, Jacob appears first in the bracket, so he will be going first. Good luck, guys.
Fuck, not again. All right, here we go. All right, let's fucking do this. So I grew up in a pretty strict Catholic family, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But the problem is everything the nuns threw at me, I just misinterpreted for something else. For example, you know those crosses of Jesus being crucified? When people saw that, they got really sad. But when I saw that, I was like, what? Jesus has a six-pack? That's insane. Is he doing 6-minute YouTube ab workouts? He's trying to get that pump before he gets crucified? Holy shit. Like, I was a weird kid growing up. I thought God had a YouTube channel when I was 8. Do you know how weird that would be? What's up, guys? It's your boy, God back at it again with another YouTube video. Today, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite religions of all time. But before we get into that, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, NordVPN. Ever feel like you can't watch Netflix in the right places? So, but to be honest, I've always wanted to do stand-up comedy in hell. I think that'd be a very... Oh, you like that, all right. I think it'd be a very interesting concept. You know, you're in hell, you're like, what's up, guys? I just want to shout out to Lucifer for this amazing venue. How are we doing in the crowd tonight? I'm suffering so much, help me! Haha, doing great, I see. That's all I got time for, thank you so much.
All right, everybody give it up for his opponent, Caitlin Wilson.
The fact that I have to take the microphone down from the stand to reach it is quite humbling. So my favorite thing about Purdue is probably the group projects. How we feel about those, gang? My thoughts exactly. I had one team member. We were going to submit the project, and it was right before winter break, and he texted the group. He's like, guys, I got it submitted. I got off the plane because he was flying home to California. And I was like, how did that one work out? Did he get on with the pilot? And he was like, stop the plane. Project 5 is due. And I'm the only one who can submit it. Even though all the rest of us were right there ready to hit that submit button. It is kind of strange. I'm trying, like, they were great group members. I'm trying to be, like, nicer and see the positive in people, especially for Lent. because you're supposed to give something up as a sacrifice. And I'm like, I'm gonna be a nice person. And God's looking down at me like, that's the best you can do. I stayed in the desert for 40 days, and you're trying to be nice? No redemption. I have been told that like I do need to work on it a little bit, mainly because like I had a friend tell me one time, she's like, you know, I feel like you might have like cyberbullied at some point in your life. And I was a little taken aback, and I was like, hey, that's actually like kind of like hurtful because, you know, that's a mean thing to say to someone. And I told her that right after I leaked her name and address online. That's all I got for tonight. You've been a great audience. Thank you so much.
Swear to God. All right, come on, guys. I swear to God with this fucking mic. All right. So first, cheers for J-Lo. All right. And cheers for Caitlin. All right. I think I got to give that one to J-Lo. Congratulations. All right. Up next, I have someone who scared away his opponent. That's right. It's Ayush Ayana. Now, what do I mean by he scared away his opponent? He didn't show up. So, Ayush is going to get a bye, but I'm still going to make him perform anyway. Why? Because I'm an asshole. So, Jacob, I heard you cheer for that. Fuck you. All right. So, Ayush, take it away.
I actually had to pretend I was upset he didn't show up. I was like, it's not about winning, it's about the comedy. Fuck that. You know how aero majors react when they see planes, or mechanical engineers when they see cars? You think business majors react the same way when they see coloring books? like holy shit, that was on the last exam, dude. So I'm an aero major. Whenever I make this joke, my business friends give me shit for it. They're like, you just say that because you're jealous. It's like, you motherfuckers start partying on a Thursday. Like Thirsty Thursday, my ass. I finish a 10 p.m. exam, and there's a guy outside Walt telling me the moon landing is fake. It's like, fuck that, I want to be a business major too. But I lied to my parents. I told them I'm going to the US for to study, not for the white girls. But then I got here and I realized I missed the Indian girl, so I'm lying to myself. Life is like just an existential crisis. How many of you will cry yourself to sleep? Yeah. I do it all the time. Yeah. It's the only way I manage to get my bed wet. It's the only way I manage to get my bed wet before I fall asleep. After that, I just wet my bed. Yeah. Life gets lonely, life gets lonely. It was a lot easier back at home because I had a cat. So I'd put a can of tuna down my pants so I could wake up with someone's hand down my pants. No, guys, I'm kidding. I'm not a savage, I'm kidding. Like, tuna gives me the rash. I use cat instead. All right, thank you guys. That was my set.
All right, everybody. So Ayush, stay on stage because I'm still gonna make us vote. All right. So votes for Ayush. All right. Votes for the guy who's not here. Okay. Fun fact. I asked EJ that if the guy who wasn't here didn't show up, if I could let him win, and he said no. So Ayush, you're the winner! All right. So let's get our next matchup ready. So first up, we have a guy where when we asked him to send a nice picture of yourself in to put on the slides, he sent a picture of himself in a Jesus costume, unironically. It's Nick! All right, and his opponent. She's a lean, mean, and vaguely British comedy machine. It's Hannah. right. So, thank you. All right. So Nick is gonna be first. So he'll be first. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm great at my job.
So I'd like to point out, first of all, I did send in the Jesus picture, but I was told to send in anyone I wanted, so I went with that. So I'm kind of proud of my friend. Recently, he kicked his addiction to pornography. I'm not too proud of him though, because he only kicked it because he found out it's the only industry where women are paid more than men. I kind of need new friends. In all seriousness, I feel like you ladies actually do have the cards stacked against you in more ways than one. More like probably the biggest one in my eyes is that monthly ego check, the period. My understanding of periods is that every day you're not pregnant, your uterus gets angry. Like, this bitch still ain't pregnant. Like a Lovecraftian demon, it desires a child. Only instead of a cross, it's defeated with a condom. And do you guys think when that your uterus sees your man pull out a condom, it's like, fuck this guy, but angrily. But I learned a little bit over the summer. I did have to live with one of my friends for a while, and I'll never forget the day I learned most about periods. We're both sitting on the couch, clutching our stomachs, and groaning in pain. The only difference was she was on her period, and I just got kicked in the balls for asking if she was on her period. Yeah. So I was watching a World War II documentary the other day. I know, smooth transition. And this is actually a serious fact. Apparently, during World War II, the Japanese committed such atrocious war crimes that Nazi humanitarians stepped in, saved a sadly, saved 250,000 Chinese people, and one of them was so high-ranking that he complained to Hitler himself. First things first, Nazi humanitarians. I don't really like that term. I feel like that's still referring to Bill Cosby as a comedian. Second of all, how fucked up do you have to be to where even the Nazis are stepping in like, y'all need to calm down a bit? And third of all, can you imagine being the guy who thinks reporting a war crime to Hitler is a good idea? Just like, who do I know who cares so much about the well-being of others? I know. And that's all I got.
All right, and up next, as usual, his opponent, Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I have 4 brothers, which means I did not touch dating apps till I left my home state. Running into anyone you know on dating apps is really awkward, but siblings is just a whole nother ball game. Has any of you run into your siblings on a dating app? It's really bad. It's like you don't want someone who held you as a baby. You don't want to see that their Tinder bio says, I like big butts and I cannot lie. And you know who doesn't have to imagine that situation? My younger brother. I'm so sorry now that you had to see that. So me and my brothers, we don't talk about our dating lives. We like it that way. But that kind of turned into a problem this summer when we realized we didn't really coordinate that well. 3 out of the 5 of us, we have long-term partners now, and so we were introducing them to our family for the first time over the summer, and we realized all 3 of them are Asian. It's like showing up to a function wearing the same shirt, except you really like that shirt, and it was really hard to find one that fit, and I'm not changing, so I guess we got to deal with it. But no, I'm happy that my brothers and I are all in happy, healthy relationships, but I have had to accept that family reunions are now they appear to be a support group for Asian couples, but it's okay. That's all from me.
All right, folks, you know what time it is. Let's get these 2 ding-dongs back on stage. All right. Votes for Nick. All right. And votes for Hannah. All right. I'm going to give that one to Nick. All right. And now for for our final matchup of this round. It's Sam Zahina against Alden. Come on out, guys. Yeah, no, it's you. All right. So I believe Sam is up first. So good luck, guys. Wait, am I wrong? All right. Alden is first. I'm an idiot. All right, go ahead.
How's it going, guys? My name's Alden. One fun fact about me is I was born with 3 nipples. Yeah. Now, the fun thing with 3 nipples is they're pretty useless on a man. Nipples on a man are already pretty useless, right? I can't lactate out of them. Though I've tried. Trust me, I've tried. I can't do it. Nipples on a guy are about as useless, or a third nipple on a guy is about as useless as a massive slong on a chemical engineering student. They're not using it. You might as well give it to someone in need at that point. I wish my nipples were detachable, right? You know those little ID things that the cords that you can pull? I wish they were detachable and retractable, so I could throw them at somebody and they would retract back so that they can't steal my luscious gems. Yeah. Now, to do this, I've gotten really good at sewing so that I can make little pockets in all of my shirts. Because I don't want to lift up my shirt every time to, get ready, right? I want to have a little pocket so I can throw a nipple. And then right when they think, oh, he's out of nipples, he's thrown 2. Surprise, third nipple! Retracting right back. All right, that's it.
All right, and his opponent, Sam Zahina. There we go.
You guys like Blue Powerade? Yeah, let's hear it for Blue Powerade. Yeah! I don't like the taste of Blue Powerade. I just like looking like I got done blowing a Smurf. Man, though, you guys like Red Powerade? Let's hear it for Red Powerade. Yeah! This is gonna shock you, but I don't like the taste of Red Powerade either. I just like looking like I got done biting the dick off a Smurf. I went to CAPS recently, Psychological Services. That was a much smoother transition than I thought it'd be. Huh. I went there, they got this intake form. You gotta fill stuff out about your sexual history. I wrote, like the Library of Alexandria. Lost to time. Let's see, what else I got written down here? The psychiatrist, I talked to her for a little while. She diagnosed me. She said, it sounds to me like you've been having major depressive episodes for the past 3 years. I say, by God. Major depressive episodes for 3 years. Those aren't years, those are seasons. She said, are you happy with your life? I'm like, the ratings are down. Previous seasons were better. You know what makes things interesting? Kill off the main character. Fuck that dude, doesn't know how to act. Terrible actor. What else I got written down here? Oh, yeah. So, anyways, I walked out of there with the prescription. I walked out of there with a prescription for this drug that makes you fights your depression, makes you feel better. I think it's called Zoloft. No, that's not it. Yeah! No, that's not it. I'm trying to think of it. You guys are breaking my train of thought. It's called philosophy. No, that's not it either. Crack cocaine. That's what it was. Let me tell you, man. Crack cocaine. That's what it was. I was eating Oreos one time. And I got on the Wikipedia page for Oreos. I don't know, I just want to learn more. I found a study that says that Oreos are just as addictive as crack cocaine. I said, don't know if I buy that. I don't recall the Reagan administration sending Oreos to inner cities. That would have been a much more generous thing to do instead of back and engineering the war on drugs. Anyways, that's my time, folks. Thank you.
All right. It's time to vote. Alden, come on back out. All right. Votes for Alden. All right. All right. And votes for Sam. Okay. Okay. All right. Save it, man. Halfway through. All right. So that is the end of round one. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't call it. Sam wins. All right. So that is the end of round one. If all of round one's winners can come on back out. Let's reintroduce you guys. Everybody, come on. Come on. Don't be shy. Come on, help them out. All right. Now, you may be wondering, what are they competing so fiercely for? Where, we as Purdue students, we love the Old Oaken bucket. The thing that we have with IU that IU never gets. We don't have an Old Oaken bucket. We have an Old Oaken something else. So, not sure who's carrying it. Please show Sucky the PSUCC horse, the Old Oaken horse that the winner will get their name inscribed upon. It's creepy. We don't know where we got it. All right. So let's go over the matchups for this round that I kept track of definitely. All right. So first round will be Avery versus Will. Second round will be EJ versus Kelsey. Third will be J-Lo versus Ayush. And fourth will be Nick versus Sam. So up first is Avery versus Will. Avery, you will be going first. That was, you guys are mean, man.
Thank you very much.
Don't worry, I don't know what just happened either. All right, and his opponent, what the fuck? Will Rash!
I actually have jokes. Apparently I'm competing with nothing, so everyone thank the mime. My mom doesn't really understand my major. The other day she found my bong, and I told her it was my lab kit. She asked me what class it was for. I said, THC 420. That's a stupid joke, don't laugh. My dad doesn't really care that I smoke, though. Sometimes he even helps me hide it from my mom. Like the other day I came inside of her smoking, and my mom just asked my dad if he farted. And my dad shot me a look right away and goes, yeah, I farted. Excuse me. And then I panicked and yelled, I also farted! Then I ran to my room and cried. They really have nothing to worry about, though, you know? Like, when I smoke, I don't really do anything. Like, some people like to smoke and then go do stuff like the bar, the club, Walmart, whatever. When I smoke, I just like to sit down and chew gum. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it completely occupies my brain. Like, my house could be burning down to the foundation, and I'd just be sitting in my chair like, I fucking love spearmint. I'm gonna blow a bubble. And then it pops and I piss myself a little bit. Thank you guys.
Okay, you guys ready to vote on this one? All right, votes for Avery! All right. There's like a group of 6 of you like in the center. You guys are like, wow. All right, and votes for Will. All right, I'm gonna give that one to Will. All right, up next it's going to be EJ versus Kelsey. Come on out, you two. Yeah. All right. Now, if I have this correct, I could get it backwards. You never know. I could just be funky like that. EJ's going first. Good luck, you two.
So I turn 20 next week. That's my appeal to emotion. Moving on would be my birthday present from you all. Because you all got me nothing last year. But I'm turning 20 next year, and it's a time in my life where I need to get some firmer values, you know? Like, I'm developing some strong family values because I'm anti-step-sibling porn. I think we could stand to have a few more unhappy families if I never have to hear the phrase, we're not technically siblings ever again. In 5 years, I have not watched a porno without the word step in it, whether it be sister, mom, or on my balls now. And you know what? I believe that if you're going to do something, you better do it right. So fuck your brother with some integrity, Lana Rhodes. The weirdest porno title I've ever seen was Conservative Landlord Fucks Cam Girl. Why do I need to know his political leanings? Is he gonna say like, sex work isn't real work? But if you have sex with me, I'll pay your rent. Typical hypocritical Republican. But like, the weirdest thing about it was entirely shot from first person. So like, am I supposed to be wearing a MAGA hat while I jerk off? Is that the fantasy here? My least favorite porn trope is probably the popcorn trick. If you don't know what the popcorn trick is, you get a bag of popcorn, you cut a hole in the bottom, and you contaminate the entire bag of popcorn. I don't like it. I think it has many major flaws. Like, to pull this off, you're losing half the bag of popcorn. Like, hey, why is there popcorn on the floor? Don't worry about it! Keep grabbing the corn. Don't take the bag. Haven't earned it. The other problem, though, like, what if the movie's good? Like, have you tried maintaining an erection through Avatar? You're not about to get a salty hand job while you get navigated through James Cameron's cinematic experience, okay? It's just not happening. That's all I got.
All right, it's time for his opponent, Kelsey Levin.
A couple weeks ago, one of my friends called me because she thought she was pregnant, which I thought was weird because I'm sterile. Anyways. Y'all hear me? Okay. Anyway, so I go over to her place, and she's, taking the pregnancy test, and we're waiting. And she asked me, Kelsey, can you even imagine being pregnant? And, I said, yeah, actually, I could, imagine myself, so I'm 9 months pregnant, in the delivery room, baby's coming out, the doctor takes it out and says, oh my God, this is the worst case of fetal alcohol syndrome we've ever seen. And then she asked, her follow-up question is, what would you do if you were pregnant? And you know what? Call me a traditionalist, call me whatever you want. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't get an abortion. I'd find the guy who got me pregnant, and I'd get down on one knee. I'll do it for y'all. I'll get down on one knee, and I'd say, hey, would you do me the honor in joining me hand in hand and going to Six Flags? I got 2 tickets off Groupon. I think if we ride the droppy slide enough that the baby will turn into grape slush. I don't know about y'all, I don't have $500 to spend on an abortion, but I do have $49 to go to Six Flags. In addition to that, something that is free, falling down the walk staircase. I also have a boyfriend. I love him very much. And like those things where it's like, would you love me if I was a worm? I'd be like, would you love me enough to punch me in the stomach? Because if you don't, like that, I think we need to break up. Anyways, thank you guys. I've been Kelsey.
All right, let's get these two back on stage for some voting. Oh, he's already here. Oh, jeez. All right, let's hear votes for Batman. All right. Settle down. I did not appreciate the hair flip. All right, votes for Kelsey. All right. I think I'm going to give that one to EJ. Okay, and up next, we have JLo versus Ayush. You two, come on out. All right, no more buys, no more nonsense. All right, JLo's going first.
All right, let's do this. So, I've been watching a lot of car commercials recently, and I found that sometimes in car commercials, they do car commercials on family road trips, and sometimes they make the family look happy during a road trip. That's the most unrealistic part. Like, an actual family road trip is like the Cuban Missile Crisis, okay? Like, if they wanted to make a realistic car commercial, this is what they would do. Experience the luxury Jeep. Dad, I'm hungry. Shut the fuck up. You know how long we've been on this road, huh? Jeff, I hate you. Well, I hate you too. I never wanted to be a part of this marriage. You know how much this hurts me? Shut the fuck up. For only $39.99, taxes not included. You know what I'm saying? I think realism is all I'm asking for here. But recently, I've been really afraid of magicians. I don't know what it is about them, but I think it's the fact that they can make the impossible seem possible. For example, a magician will probably be like, so, you're probably wondering where that card went. Yeah, I am. Well, don't you feel something up your ass right now? Is this the card you choose? Calm down. So, recently I found that teachers have a tendency to go off topic of the thing that they were supposed to teach. So to show this to you, I'm gonna be doing an impression of my computer science teacher, and here we go. All right. Okay. All right. Rah! Hello, class. Today we're going to be looking at a very important topic in quantum coding, which is how to make passionate love with another man. Angry man noises. Finding the answer. Sucking dick. Could you turn to page 167, please, class? And that's all I got. Thank you so much.
All right, and up next, his opponent, Ayush.
So, I was watching some ads the other day, and they were playing basketball in between. It was very inconvenient. It's so fucked up. Like, you need to watch like a 5-minute YouTube video to watch 30 seconds of ads. Anyway, so there's this one ad that I saw, right? And I quote straight from the ad. So, I'm not going to say the name of the medicine, right? So, the ad went, Dash is an antibiotic-infused treatment for the flu. Side effects may be serious and require hospitalization. It can lead to disability or death. An increased risk of cancer and breast cancer may exist. Talk to your doctor about Dash now. I want to know, how many of you all wake up with the flu and be like, fuck the flu. I'm going to go trade this in for some cancer. It's like, I want to get that funky hairstyle now. Yeah, y'all are going to hell, bro. Like, who the fuck is making such shitty trades? These are the kind of trades the Indians were making with the British when we were getting colonized. It's like the British came and they were like, see, you have a lot of gold, we have a lot of corn. We'll give you the corn, you give us the gold. And the Indians were like, oh, ding, ding, done, dude. Yeah, and then they got fucked over. The white guys came back a few years later and they were like, we're giving you the honor to come and work for us. And the Indians were like, no, white man, you screwed us over last time. And they were like, no, okay, this time we'll give you jobs where you can work with the best technology, talk to white girls, and be a boon to society. And we all know how that went. Hello, this is Ranjit from Tech Support. How may I help you? No, double click on my computer. No, not my computer. My computer on your computer. Oh my God. Oh, sorry, excuse me, I'm getting a work call. Hello, this is Ranjit from Tech Support. How may I help you?
All right, you guys know the drill. It's time to vote. This is fun, right? All right, so votes for J-Lo. All right, votes for Ayush. All right, I'm gonna call Ayush as the winner. That was premature. What the fuck, guys? I have one job. Let me have this. Ayush is the winner. Yay! All right. Our next matchup, Nick against Sam. Come on up, you two. There we go. Surprisingly enough, this is not your Calc 2 exam. You guys can make noise. It's okay. All right. So if I have this correct, Nick is going to go first. Good luck, you two.
So I'm just wondering, where are my older siblings at? Okay, y'all can eat shit. Where are my younger siblings at? And for those of you without any siblings, all you really need to know about sibling relationships, it's having someone in your life who it's like, yes, you can have my kidney, but if you touch my charger, I'll beat you with a bat. Although my brother's gay, so there's a bit of a different dynamic there. Like, if he hits me with a bat, that's just good old sibling love. But if I hit him with a bat, it's a hate crime. And it's hard to explain that to the police officer. It can't be a hate crime. I did it with love. And he touched my charger. And my brother likes to pull the homophobia card every so often, which I never understood. I don't understand homophobic. Like, you're mad because another dude's getting dick. Where I'm from, that's just called jealousy. But I remember as a kid, my brother would actually call me gay before watching shows like Kim Possible and all that. Y'all remember those shows? Nothing gay about it. But I'd be minding my own business. He'd walk by. He's like, "You can't watch that show. That's gay." And now he literally sucks dick. But I'll never forget that first time he actually came out to me. I was just sitting in my bed, reading my book, and he knocks on the door, just like, "Nick, can I come in?" He walks in, sits on my bed, looks at me and tells me straight, no pun intended, but he tells me straight, "I'm gay." And I'll never forget what he was wearing. He was wearing like some purple pants, like purple polka dotted and white shirts. It was really weird. But he looks at me, tells me he's gay, and I look at him. I'm like, "You're gay? In that outfit?" The gays have style, and you look like a Willy Wonka reject. But nonetheless, I am an ally. I actually dated a bisexual woman for 2 years. And although admittedly the same day she came out to me was the same day I was planning on breaking up with her. Bad timing, but there was a chance to show my support. Like, you're bisexual. Have I got an opportunity for you? You can experiment with other women. Hell, you can experiment with other men. Because I'm not an option anymore. That's about all I got.
All right, and his opponent, Sam Zahina.
Got some in my nose. It's probably the crack. Crack that I did backstage. I wasn't always like this, though, you know. I grew up in a small, peaceful village called Detroit, Michigan. Oh, you guys have heard of it. Let me tell you, man, people have been saying the same thing about Detroit for the past 20 years as they've been saying about my dad for the past 20 years. It's coming back. Treats people of color way better now. That was a lie. My dad's still racist. But I did a little bit of research for that joke on the computer, like I did when I was eating the Oreos, and found out, this is little known facts on the Wikipedia page, Detroit is known as the Paris of the Midwest. As someone who's been to Detroit, that doesn't make sense. Because I try to come up with a reason why. You know, I did a little bit of research. Paris has these things called catacombs, all these dead people under the ground. And Detroit has all these dead people on the ground. And let me tell you, man, you know that's a bad comparison to make, though, because if you went to Paris and said, the Detroit of Europe. They don't even have guns over there. You get shot. Like you were in Detroit. But man, you know, where did I leave? There we are. I got a friend, though, in Detroit. I know, crazy. My friend Danny, I've known him my whole life. He's going to acting school in Detroit right now. My friend Danny is what's known as a method actor. I think he's preparing for the lead role in a Friendless Virgin Idiot the Musical. Yeah, that's what it's called. A terrible name for a show. Let's see, though. He got a job at a murder mystery restaurant. He was telling me about it. He's like, yeah, it's the most wonderful thing in the world, you know? The customers, they come in, and they get to watch a murder while they eat. And I said, Danny, how is that different from any other restaurant in Detroit? These people, die everywhere. Oh, before I go, I got one last question for you guys. It's not about Blue Powerade. It's not about Red Powerade. You guys been watching Better Call Saul? Yeah! It's here for Better Call Saul. Yeah, Better Call Saul. It's crazy that they managed to improve so much on the original show. Call Saul. And that's it for me. I got some news headlines for you next round, so vote for me.
All right, come on back out, Nick. All right, so let's hear it for Nick. All right, let's hear it for Sam. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna call Sam the winner there. All right, welcome to the Final Four. All right, let's say hi to all of them. Hello. So, first round will be Will against EJ. Second round, Ayush against Sam. All right, so, Will, you'll be going first. Good luck.
I never really used to care about my fitness, but I just got this Apple Watch for Christmas, and now I'm constantly checking my heart rate when I have a boner. It's just very interesting to me, It's like how I decide who I'm going to talk to at the bar. It goes 60, 65, 70, 68, 72, 75, 69. Sometimes when my heart rate gets too high, my watch starts to vibrate, to warn me. So then I just put it on my penis. I call it my apple crotch. The other day, I was in the men's locker room and my watch started to vibrate, so I threw it away. I don't want to know. Slow build on that one. I recently tried anal for the first time. 6.5 out of 10. It was just okay. It kind of reminded me of buying skinny jeans for the first time. Like, yeah, it's a little bit tighter and all, but the old one was just way easier to get into. The only good part is you're allowed to go commando in skinny jeans, but you really got to clean them out after. My mom heard me do those jokes last week, and when I got off stage, she said, man, it's just so awful to hear my son say those awful things. And I said, Mom, I'm not a little boy anymore. I do anal. Thank you, guys. See you in the next round.
All right, and up next is his opponent, EJ Grundler.
Yeah, thanks. So, I'm a young man, and as a young man, I sometimes need to buy alcohol. Woo for alcohol. I'm glad we all agree. And I'm not of age, so I have a little device to help me buy alcohol. A gun. But sometimes I also use my fake ID. I went down to Florida to visit my mom over winter break, and I brought my fake ID so she'd think I'm cool. And so we got down there, we partied, and my mom, you would not believe how this woman can play beer pong. 5'6", 54, plays pong like she's rushing, like doing spring rush. It's insane. So she takes me back to the airport security. My fucking pong score, 0-15, dominated me. And I get up to the TSA. I get up to the TSA, their ID checker, and I realize, shit, my fake ID is in my real wallet. And my fake ID is in my real wallet, and my real ID is in my backpack. I don't have a fake wallet. And I'm not a magician, so I can't just sleight of hand this. Nobody normal stores their ID in their backpack, so I have to hand the TSA checker my fake ID in. It says my name is Peter Jickle. It says I'm 6'4". Dude, it says I'm Dominican. Oh, fuck. So TSA lady checker looks at Peter Jickle, and says, "Sir, I'm going to need you to stand off to the side and meet with our specialist." And so I'm taken into a shadowy room. In the center, there's a table with handcuffs on it. There are two shadowy men in the corners. I really wish I had just brought my gun. They cuff me to the table. The specialist emerges from the shadows and says, "All right, Peter Jickle. Who do you work for?" Chili's. You think you're funny, don't you? Are you a Dominican spy, boy? No! That's exactly what a Dominican spy would say. Johnson, get me my beating shovel. And so thusly I was beat for several hours. I did convince them to look through my bag. They did find my real ID. They did verify my identity. They beat me a few more hours just to send home the message. But, reasonably, I was frazzled up by this. I was a little scared. So I was talking to my mom about it, just really emptying all this out. And she gave me a chest bump for standing up to the man. So, yeah, my mom thinks I'm cool. That's all I got.
All right, come on back up. What? Okay, I thought you left stage for a second. All right, folks, these votes are getting big because this chooses who goes to the finals. All right, votes for Will. All right, votes for EJ. All right, I'm giving that one to EJ. All right. Is your Apple Watch vibrating from that? All right, our semi-final matchup, yeah, you say that 5 times fast, is gonna be Ayush against Sam. Come on out, you two. All right, Ayush is going first, so good luck, you two.
Yeah, I'm sorry I walked off earlier. EJ was flashing me there and it was hard. Like it was hard to resist is what I meant. How many of you here have gotten fucked? By life. Gotten fucked by life. So, I'm just out here to tell you that if you haven't, it's okay. Because life will find a way to fuck you. No matter what you do, life will find a way to fuck you. So I stay off campus and I work on campus. I do all my classes on campus. And I didn't have a car last semester. So I had to carry all my shit in one backpack, like everything, like my work clothes, everything for my classes, all that. But I got a car this semester. So now I carry like 3 different backpacks, like one for classes, one for work, one for the gym. But anyone else see a problem with a brown guy that comes every 2 hours and switches his backpack in his car? Yeah. So the cops had the same issue. They were like, "Yo, son, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Every job has its own needs, man. I can't get everything in one backpack." Yeah, life fucks you over even when you're trying to be helpful. So I was trying to board a plane with my friend, and I was telling him all the things that aren't allowed on the plane. I was like, water, batteries, guns, and bombs. And just when I said guns and bombs, the PA system went off and he never heard me. So anyway, all's good. Like we board the plane, we're in 2 different seats, and my friend has an amazing sense of timing. So just when we're about to take off, he goes like, "Yo, what are the last 2 things you said?" So I said, "Yo, guns and bombs." Yeah, the cops wanted to get second base after that. Yeah. But let me tell you this one time where one of my teachers didn't see it coming, you know, like see him getting fucked by life. He wanted to be a smartass, so it was high school biology. He came into class, there's a carcass of a dead dog sitting like in front of all of us. And he was like, "Okay, so I want all of you to do exactly as I do." So he puts his finger in the dog's ass, pulls it out, and he licks it. And we were like, "Oh, we're not going to do that." And he was like, "If you don't do that, then you're not going to get the grade." I was like, "Fuck, okay, so everyone does that." Then he was like, "The first rule of this class is observation. I put my index finger in the dog's ass and licked my middle finger." My friend was really upset. He doesn't like getting shown up, you know, so he stands up, looks the professor dead in the eyes, and he was like, "Fuck you, I didn't do that. I put the finger in my own ass and licked it, bitch." Thank you guys, that was my set. Y'all have been a wonderful audience.
All right, and our last semifinals performance, it's Sam Zahina.
I was thinking about this. That's not fun.
How do you fix it? Boiler TV.
Does it work? Is it?
Everything's fine.
Stop it, you're ruining my set. I was thinking about this. If I was Superman, my kryptonite would be old age, diseases, cancer, bullets, knives, really anything that just kills a regular guy. That one's not that funny, but I like it. Fun fact, cat urine glows underneath a black light. So if you guys find anything, it's probably some stray with coincidentally my identical genetic makeup. Fun fact, Miss Piggy and Yoda were voiced by the same guy, Frank Oz. Interestingly enough, they also had the same guy shove his hand up their ass. All right, well, enough fun facts. My real job is not crack whore. I wish I was a newsman. I've always wanted to be a news guy. So I've got some news stories for you. You guys ready? No, you're not. The United States' dollar strength has peaked to the highest it's ever been since pre-COVID times. It can now bench 250 pounds, a personal record. The Federal Drug Administration passed a ruling this week stating that dairy alternatives such as soy, almond, and oat drinks can be called milk. In other news, the Federal Drug Administration passed a ruling this week stating that the food at Hillenbrand can be called edible. Well, Netflix put out a list of new releases for their streaming service this week, and here's what's coming to Netflix in March. Lonely Dudes Watching Outer Banks. Because coming is a double entendre. It means 2 different things. And if you go back into the sentence, coming to Netflix, Lonely Dudes Watching Outer Banks. I don't really want to do that joke. I got a joke here. It's really funny, but it's like really adult. I don't know if I want to tell it. Fidelity Investment Company lost 23% of retirees' 401k savings in 2022. In other news, Infidelity Investment Company gained 23% of retirees' 401k accounts in 2022. Crazy how that works out. Purdue University professor of computer science Arjan Duresi is trying to train artificial intelligence technologies to be more trustworthy. It should be noted, however, that Professor Duresi got the code to bolster the AI's trustworthiness off of Chegg. The Cardi B meal just came out at McDonald's. The meal includes a Big Mac, a medium fry, and a roofie in your high C. terrible thing that lady did. Paris Hilton posted the first ever photo of her newborn son, Phoenix, to Instagram this week. The idea for the boy's unique name came to her when she got pregnant immediately after an abortion. That was the adult joke. That was a good joke. Thank you. Well, let's see. Here we go. The Purdue Board of Trustees has decided to supply students with free Plan B starting in April. This being the long-awaited follow-up to Plan A, which was to impregnate them. Did you guys hear that the women's basketball team played IU again? Yeah. Yeah, they did. The Purdue women's basketball team shattered their attendance record at the second IU Purdue game when a total of 7 homeless people accidentally wandered into the stadium. Interesting. Well, I gotta say the rest of my headlines for the next round, so thank you very much.
All right. Again, it's time to vote. This is the last spot in the finals. So, votes for Ayush. All right. Let's hear votes for Sam. Again? Seriously, Ayush? Again? Oh, okay. Both assholes. Great. All right. Sam's the winner. Welcome to the finals. We have EJ against Sam. Come on back out, guys. Sam, come on back out. Okay. Now, turns out that some of the contestants said that, oh, Josh, you don't remember the order of the comics very well. You should flip a coin for the finals. So we're going to flip a coin for the finals.
Nobody said that. You're making a person up.
You'd be surprised.
I said that.
You said you're not a comic.
Yes, I am.
Oh, Paige? Yeah, you're a comic.
Okay, hang on. Just both of you stop it.
Come on, Josh. Come on.
All right, I'm giving you the call because he's an asshole. All right, so. It is heads. Sam, you lose, so EJ's going first.
In high school, I was voted both class clown and most opinionated. So I guess you could say I have a few funny opinions. Let me lay them out. Opinion 1. I'm still on the fence on whether or not dogs should have the right to vote. Because they don't know who Mitt Romney is. But neither do I. Really, I'm worried about the semantics of it all because you need an ID to vote. And dogs, you may not know this, they don't have birth certificates. What?
Since when?
Are you taking your dogs to the fucking St. Mary's Hospital? Push, Buttercup! Don't get me sidetracked, fucko. Dogs don't have birth certificates, so we're gonna need to teach them to drive. And there are already people that shouldn't be out on the road, right? I don't want to get rear-ended by a golden doodle because it was trying to get to know me better. Get your dog out of my ass. Opinion 2. I believe men should make more than women, and by that I mean children. Now, why do I believe this? Because I believe in total equality. I believe that everything a man can do, a woman should be able to do, and vice versa. A woman should be able to walk home safely at night and make the same as a man in her field. And I should be able to rocket a baby out of my taint. So fucking hard it ricochets off the floor. Like I'm fucking Yoshi, just throw that shit. Opinion 3. Sexism? So last decade. I'm over it. We need a new kind of discrimination. I'm calling it sexyism. That's right. We're discriminating against hot people. 4 out of 10s, it's time to rise up. For too long, hot people have had representation in movies, magazines, porn, my nightmares, and I say no more! I will no longer stand slightly hunched over for it. Not while there are still warts on my ass and my grandma's reassurance that I'm her handsome young man. Sexiest in the crowd, this I pledge to you. By the year 2025, we will have representation in a Fast and Furious movie. That is all I have. Thank you and good night.
Man, with the response to that, like, fuck, all right. You know, with the response to that 4 out of 10 line, like, some of you guys just called yourself out. Holy shit. All right, and for our last stand-up performance of the night, Sam Zahina.
I know, crazy. Well, folks, back to where it all began. I had a set of jokes that I took out of the Exponent. Is this microphone working? Hello? It is working. Back to where it all began. My first very successful set of jokes came from the Exponent, sort of a Weekend Update style joke. So I'm gonna do some of those, and then I'm gonna exit on that side of the stage. You gotta strike a pose when you do these things. Aerospace professor Sergio Mashere was arrested and charged with dealing meth. Yeah. Police say they decided to stage a sting operation after receiving an anonymous tip that students were staying awake in his class. In addition to the drug charges, Mashere is being charged with making propositions for sex. Also being charged is the entirety of Triangle Frat. Just kidding, they don't ask. Before I turn the page here, on the subject of teachers, I had this teacher. He was a big guy. His name's Mac. You know what we called him? A fat fuck. Back to the news. Trustees asked the board to extend Purdue University's tuition freeze. However, the board shot down the request, saying that they were unable to due to tuition global warming. In other board news, the Board of Trustees officially approved head football coach Ryan Walters' new contract, a contract with a base annual salary of $4 million with an additional $50,000 added each year. In order to cover the cost of his payroll, the board has decided to accept one new freshman. The Purdue women's basketball team lost to IU. Coach Gady Gerald spoke on the loss, saying it was, quote, supposed to happen. When asked about her belief in God and children with cancer, however, she didn't say anything. The Purdue men's basketball team tried a new tactic to draw out fans to the Purdue-IU game. They place season pass, golden tickets in the stands for early birds to get. The women's basketball team tried a similar tactic, leaving blankets and pillows in the stands with the promise of a bedtime story at halftime. That's just boring. I'll put you to sleep, you know? How many apps is too many? Cybersecurity experts have called into question recently the number of apps Purdue has and how it may lead to more openings for cyber attacks. From dining to fitness to even health, Purdue has an app for everything, except for beating IU in basketball. Women's basketball. A new Slim Chickens restaurant opened in West Lafayette this week. Owner Renee Boiling said, quote, "We want to make hometown people feel like part of our family and share Southern hospitality." So she had sex with them and burned a cross in front of the PMU. Southern hospitality. A 7.5 magnitude earthquake hit the Turkish-Syrian border last week, killing 20,000 people and causing untold millions in infrastructure damages. Turkey has blamed Syria, citing their oil drilling methods. Syria has blamed Turkey, citing lifestyles displeasing to God. But the blame game came to a close when the tectonic plate stepped up and said, "It was my fault." Because fault is when two tectonic... I remember being in 4th grade thinking, I'll never need to know that, but turns out I did. An object was thrown through the window of Purdue Hillel, the Jewish Community Center, last week. A spokesperson for the Purdue German Heritage Club said, quote, "We swear to God it wasn't us." We don't do that anymore. The city council has called upon Purdue to recognize the housing crisis they've given birth to in Lafayette. Spokesperson for Purdue, Jack Ryerson, protested these claims at a press conference held outside an outhouse he lives in with 7 other people. Wait, I already did those jokes. That's not good. Here we go. I can see you through the spotlight covering your mouth. I thought it was. I didn't say anything. Good Lord. Are you done? Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. You're good? Okay. And finally, the business school got rebranded last week and is now known as the Mitch Daniels Jr. School of Business. Along with the rebranding, the business school also received an updated curriculum that draws from Daniels' personal experience as president of Purdue, governor of Indiana, and member of George Bush Jr.'s cabinet. Among other things, the new curriculum teaches updated management techniques, diplomatic negotiation tactics, and how to falsely accuse Iraq of having weapons of mass destruction. And that's the way it is. Thank you.
All right, it's time to decide this trophy's fate. You ready for one last vote? Let's hear it. All right, let's hear it for EJ. All right, let's hear it for Sam. Spotlight, what do you think? Alright, give it up for your last comic standing 2023 champion, Alright, we have been the Purdue Stand-Up Comedy Club. You can follow us on Instagram at PurdueSuck, that is Purdue, PSUCC. The mic has given up. It's dead. I'm here. But that's our show for tonight. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you at the next one.